Hello everyone, I am going to introduce the topic of CLT. What is a CLT? It's an approach to the teaching of second and foreign languages. This emphasizes interaction as both the means and the ultimate goal of learning a language. It's also referred to as a communicative competence or approach. The origins of CLT. The origins of communicative language teaching are to be found in the change in the British language teaching tradition, dating from the late 1960s until then. Situational language represents the major British approach to teaching English as a foreign language. In situational language teaching, language was taught by practicing basic structures and meaningful situation-based activities. What is the aim of CLT? It's to develop what Hines mentioned to a communicative competence. He coined this term in order to contrast a communicative view of language, and Chomsky held that linguistic theory is concerned primarily with an ideal speaker-listener in a completely homogeneous speech community. The first theory is Himes, and what's referred to. Himes held that such a view of linguistic theory was sterling. That linguistic theory needed to be seen as part of a more general theory incorporating communication and culture. The definition. Himes' theory of communicative competence was a definition of what a speaker needs to know in order to be communicatively competent in a speech community. And the characteristics are whether and to what degree. And the first part is something is formally possible. The second part is something is feasible in virtue of the means of implementation available. And the last one is something is appropriate, adequate, happy, successful in relation to a context. The second theory is Halliday's theory 1970. Another linguistic theory is Halliday's functional account of language use. It's referred to functionally. There are 7 functions for children learning their first language. The first parts belong to instrumental, the second part is regulatory, the third one interactional, the fourth one personal, the fifth heuristic, the next one imaginative, and the last one representational function. Then we have the theory of learning. It belongs to Nader, Bromfield, and Johnson, that mentions there are elements of an underlying learning theory can be discerned in some CLT practice. The first is activities in a real communication context. The second is used for carrying out meaningful tasks. And the third element is language that is meaningful to the learner supports in the learning process. The objectives. According to Phelps, the objectives are integrative and content-level, linguistic and instrumental, affective and interpersonal, relationship, individual, and general education. The learners and teacher role. There are different roles that can be carried out by teacher and students. For example, the role for teacher is to facilitate the communication process between all members of classroom, and the second is to act as an independent participant within the learning teaching role. The needs analysis. Why it is important to learn English or another language? Because it could be useful in getting a job. It helps understand English-speaking people. One needs a good knowledge of language to gain other people's respect. That was it. Thank you so much for your attention. I wait that you enjoy this video. Thank you so much.